Then Satyananda had a question. Please speak on receptivity, how to open the body and the mind to be able to more fully receive life, receive oneself, receive others, and to receive the Sat force. And how does one's receptivity relate to the ability to manifest the divine?
All right. Well, it is like Sophie's question. You are, if you don't know it, Satyananda, already open. You are already receptive. But what's limiting that, I mean, you're very receptive to nature. You're very receptive to horses and cows and everything living, right? But you're having trouble being receptive to these human beings, right? Being receptive to the man-made structures, right? So that is not a matter of a limitation of your receptivity. It's the habit of your conditioning as an awareness being coming into life and trying to create a way to hold on to its beingness and not be unduly overtaken by the outer world. So it is the part of you that still has fear and repulsion that somehow leaks over into that receptivity you already are, that filters out that part of life that you have not been able to allow or be in relationship with. So, you know, the nature of this process, because you're in a very developed state, one of the biggest problems on your journey, Satyananda, is your mind still defining what's true or not true, still putting a story on what your experience is, still creating a limit of your ability to experience and to know what you are. So you're on the fringes of it, and this is what's asking the question. How come I can't be open to all of life? And it's because the Ananda, that Sat Ananda, the true Ananda that arises from your embodied existence, has to be strengthened. Because love dissolves fear and repulsion. Love is inclusive. Discernment, awareness is separating. But love includes. So it's the love principle. Now, anytime you feel love, you're there. Anytime you are in touch with that current, that fountain of loving being, you are where you want to be. And that gratitude and that appreciation, which is a major part of your life, is the reality, not the part that says, well, how come it doesn't last? And how come I'm not more open? And how come, and you know, does all this dismissing and diminishing. So that's the get to know. Because, you know, who's doing the judging is the truth of you caught up in the conditioning of you. And that has a power to make the conditioning seem true when you're in it. So therefore, it seems like in those moments, you're not receptive. You're not able to know divine love until you come out of it. And when you come out of it, you forget the problem because it's solved. So the idea of catching yourself while you're in the midst of your ego, where you're unwittingly believing and empowering that structure of your conditioning, recognizing, oh, look at what I'm doing to myself, and stop, then what you are in truth will be what remains. And this choosing that quality of ourselves as a senior piece of information versus the habit to have our ego carry the senior information is the piece of the journey that you're completing. All right, so there you go again. They're all related, you know, it's funny how it is.